Hi everybody, Jake here for FMSCOUT, and in today's Wonderkids to Superstar episode, we're going to be focusing on a Brazilian defender who is, in most of your guys' saves I would imagine, is fairly cheap for the player you're getting, and is arguably the best centre-back Wonderkid you can get. Super good all round, starts off with great amazing attributes, and can contribute to even the best sides straight away. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Hello everyone, Jake here, and as mentioned, we're back with another Wonderkid to Superstar episode, the series where we take a Wonderkid, put them to the maximum end of their potential range in Football Manager to see what kind of player you guys could potentially get if you pick them up in your saves. Before we get into looking at the player though, if you could be absolute legends and hit the like button and the subscribe button as well if you could, that would be absolutely awesome. It really does help us guys out. Comment down below your rating for the player out of 10. Feel free to ring the notification bell and check out my channel linked in the description. Plenty of Football Manager content over there, more Let's Play style stuff if you want to watch that. But let's go take a look at this player, shall we? So for this player, we're going to be heading over to the Brazilian divisions and to Santos. They've produced plenty of amazing Wonderkids over the years, and this guy looks like he might be on track to be one of the next ones to come out of that side. And that player is Kaiki. Apologies if I butcher the pronunciation of his name, but just to let you guys know, in this save, he should be in most of yours because I've only got the English Premier Division loaded with the database set to large, so it's got like 13,000 people in, a pretty minimalist database, and Kaiki is here as a player that we can sign. Now, he is, in my opinion, a top draw central defender. The only issue with him might be his height, but he will grow over the course of your save. I don't think it's the biggest deal because of some of the attributes that we're about to look at. This 17-year-old Brazilian, at least in this save, and is fairly consistent across most saves in terms of having these all-round attributes. He's fairly quick, he's fairly strong, and his jumping reach will help him negate that small height that he does have. And these are all at a pretty good level straight from the off, and he's only going to develop over the years. He's 17 after all. These physicals will show some amazing growth in the next few years of your guys' saves. Mentally, really nicely built, and technically the same. Some really nice defensive attributes, mental attributes pretty good all round. He's going to be mentored in this save, and he's a great passer of the ball, making him a top draw ball playing defender. He's fairly either footed as well, which is a great thing to have, and in this save at least it will say he blah 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 doesn't want to join, and Santos want anywhere between 6.8 to 11.5 million in this save. If we do go ahead and bid 7 million or whatever it is that Santos want, he will then actually want to negotiate contract discussions, as happens with most players in Football Manager. I've seen him be bought for as little as 3.5, 4 million in some people's saves. I suppose it all depends where he falls on your potential range and the kind of player that you might get. But just to let you guys know, his potential range is 140 to 170, so being on the low end, he is still a very good player in terms of his potential if you can get him to reach it, so he's definitely worth the investment. And if he's on the higher end, he's going to be a top draw centre back for even the biggest club in the world. So we're going to move him over to Chelsea now, fit him into our team, show you the tactic, and then we'll see how he gets on in his career. So as is normal for me in these simulation videos, I use a 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress preset with a couple of player roles moved around, but it's going to be Kaiki who will be playing in that ball playing centre back role for this Chelsea side. He's being mentored as normal, and then if we go to his training and look what we're doing there, we are focusing on his defensive positioning to try and get that up. I'll probably change it every couple of seasons between passing, maybe his quickness a little bit I could use a bit of work with, and that kind of thing. So we'll see how he develops. We're going to see about 7 or 8 years, I think, of simulation in this video, but first of all I'll show you him around 20 years old after about 3 years at Chelsea to see how he's doing in terms of his player growth. Okay, so we're here 2024, a little bit of a way into the 4th season. I didn't stop the holiday in early enough, but we can see straight away Kaiki is appearing for the best pass completion, which you would probably expect from a ball playing centre back, and the kind of player he is becoming is pretty insane. He's already a 3-star player with 5-star potential. He's got a media description of Wonderkid. His height has gone up to 6 foot, and his physicals have developed fairly nicely all round, getting towards a stage where we'll consider him very good physically. Mentally, he's developed great with positioning, vision and concentration, as well as anticipation being some of his best attributes. He's got great first touch now, he can pass, he's great at marking and tackling, and he's got really nice heading as well, with some good technique mixed in there. So how has that helped him in the Premier League? Arguably one of the hardest divisions to play in for a young centre-back, but the Brazilian, still not capped for his national team yet, is doing pretty well for himself. A 7 average match rating consistently for Chelsea since joining. No major goal scoring feats or anything like that just yet, but over the course of 3 seasons, hitting about a 7.2, 7.15 average match rating, playing pretty much every game and just developing into a very nice ball playing defender. For context here at Chelsea, he's got a contract that's expiring in 3 years on 40 grand a week, and he is being valued at the age of 20 at around £100 million. So even if you have to pay £10 million for Kaiki, not only are you getting a very good player, but he's definitely going to be worth it in the long run if you wanted to sell him on for a profit. But this is nowhere near the level that this guy can reach. So now I'm going to show you how he looks, and he does look amazing at full growth, to see what kind of player you guys might get in your save. Okay guys, here we are, 2028. Kaiki is now at full growth and is doing very well. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to hit the like button and feel free to check out my channel, linked in the description. We've got a Wolfsburg save going on, as well as some one-off rebuilds. So if you want to see that kind of thing, I'd greatly appreciate it if you came over to check it out. But speaking of check it out, check out this guy and what kind of player he has become. Kaiki is now 24 years old and has 18 appearances for the Brazilian national team. He is a physical beast who is quick, strong and very good in the air, with great natural fitness, agility and balance. Pretty much everything you need in the physical aspect from a centre-back. Mentally very, very strong too, with great vision, positioning, concentration, anticipation, as well as plenty of other great attributes. But everything you need for that ball-playing defender role, let me highlight it, is at a super high level. He is pretty crazy technically too. First touch, heading, marking, passing, tackling, technique. This guy isn't just very good at the defensive aspect of the game, he can also play super creative from that ball-playing defender position, and is arguably one of the best ball-playing defenders you can get. Obviously, that left foot and right foot being at a strong level is really going to help him, because you can play him in either side of your defensive pairing, or if you're playing in the back three, I imagine he'll be amazing too. His only con in this save is that he can only play one position, but who cares when he can play it so well. This guy has become another level, and just to let you know, he's not on penalties, he's not on free kicks. I've done nothing with this guy since the start of the save in terms of trying to get him to add some extra goals to his game. But out of nowhere, he had a season where he hit 9 goals for the club, and then he's followed it up with 5 goals in the season after. So clearly he's decided he's going to be a goal scoring centre back as well now. After them 3 years, he was obviously playing pretty well, and he continued it with a 7.09 season, and then after that, he is just exceeding levels and levels, now getting a 7.62 and a 7.4 in his 2 most recent seasons. Kaiki has become a top tier player. If we have a look to see if he's won any awards, I cannot imagine there's too much that he would have got being a centre back after all, but he did get FIFA Best Under 21 Men's Player, so that's something to take home for him. But yeah, Kaiki, a top level centre back, doesn't cost you too much either. I'm a big fan of him. I'm giving him a 9.5 out of 10. I haven't seen too many better central defenders. His price might put up a barrier to some of you guys, but I think for most clubs, if you can shift out that money, it's definitely going to be worth it in the long run. What a star he has become. Let me know what you'd rate him out of 10 down below. Like the video if you did enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.